All right, welcome back to the channel. So today we are building a rear bumper for the tracker. So in a previous video, you saw me build the front bumper. So today we're getting ready to build a back bumper. Past few days I've been mocking one up here out of cardboard. So I've kind of got a cardboard template of the rear bumper, and so we are going to cut out that cardboard template out of the steel. So that's where we're going to start. First we're going to build the main face of the bumper, the wide part, and then we're going to work at coping it around the end. So that's where we're at. Stick around. And I need to turn some lights on. Okay, it's the only thing I got to hold a face shield. Anyway, so first thing I had to do is trim. Go this way. First thing I had to do is trim the edge of the steel so it was nice and straight. Now I'm actually going to stitch cut this line so I can bend it. I'm going to stitch cut this line so that I can bend it because I don't have a press brake. And then this line here, I'll cut it all the way off. So stitch cut it. That'll allow me to bend it without a brake. And yeah, I'll just have to weld it back together. But all right, we're back. So I got it all cut out. Actually did a cool time lapse. Hopefully it works. And I'm gonna turn the camera around so the sun is shining this way. And now we're gonna bend it. If you look here, I stitch cut it. So I left an inch, cut 3 inches and left an inch. First tried to bend it, it didn't bend because it was probably left a little bit too much. So I went through and I actually scored. If you look real close here, I went back and I scored the little tabs that I left to make it a little thinner so I can bend it. So I'm gonna go ahead and bend this one. I don't know how far to bend it. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna bend the next one, and then we can kind of play a guess and check method. I'm gonna pull the bumper off the car and we're gonna go that way. So let's get this bent. There you got it. Got a bend in that. Got to be similar to the bend there. So we're gonna start there and we'll go from there. Next one I got to bend. The next one, that's actually almost a 90, not quite a 90 degrees. So we're gonna see if we can bend that one. I think I got to score it. I think I got to go through and score them though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to bend it. Yep, we got to score it. It's not working. All right. All right, so we got it bent. See that? It's bent. Hopefully it's close. Now we're gonna go zip zap zoom the bumper off of this thing. Like I said, I've been building that cardboard thing all week. So, in a couple hours here and there after work. So, got the just the inner bumper on there right now. Took the outer shell off. It's sitting right there. So we're gonna pull this off of here and then we're gonna see how that fits in here. There we go. Okay, so the design intent here is to have a bolt-on bumper, a bumper that bolts onto the stock, all the stock mounts and everything. You don't have to do any cutting or anything. That's the design intent for this one. So I'm gonna show you what I did with the cardboard. Cardboard is right up in here. You've got holes where the stock bumper, actually it was the bumper cover that bolted on. Right across there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then right down here, right here, you had holes where the shell that I just removed bolted on. It's right there. And then this corner right here, I'm making it so it wraps this. Anyway, so we're gonna take this piece right here on the ground. Now we're gonna see if we can match it up to, we're gonna see if we can match it up to the car right here. So that's where we're at. All right, so I've done a little bit more work. I had to trim the corners out right here. So you see, I had to trim the corner out there to fit around this. See where it's touching a little bit. And then I had to trim, man, that's loud. I had to trim this corner out here to kind of fit around all this in here. Fit under the wires. And then I'm using this bolt hole here, using this bolt hole here. So I got those drilled out there and there. And then I made some ears right here. These are gonna go right up in here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Right up in there. They're gonna bolt on there, and then they're gonna weld right here. So, all right, so let's get this thing bolted on and see how it looks. Set you guys over here. You can see it now. Kids are in the house yelling. Start one screw. Bumpers on, bumpers on. Now it's time to take these little tabs here and these little screws here. These are the stock screws that came out that we're holding the bumper cover on. I'm gonna take these, we're gonna screw them on where they go. Now we're gonna weld them on. All right, now we're gonna go through and just tack weld all those tabs on there, and that is going to be how the bumper gets permanently screwed onto the car. Okay, those are my tabs there. There, and there. So we're gonna get those things, we're gonna weld those on 100% because those are ready to go. This might, after I get bolts back on, I might weld at least a little bit of, might weld at least a little bit of this and a little bit of the bottom bend, just to try to lock those from, right now they're a little flimsy because I scored them and bent them, so they'll move just a little bit. Once I stick some welds in there, it'll help sturdy those up. So get these welded up and then start working on coping this corner and building that piece. That's gonna be an interesting one. I got it built out of cardboard. I didn't like the way it looks, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so now I got all that welded out. I got to cope around this corner. I don't like that one because it stuck out, and it stuck out a couple inches past the side of the car, and I really didn't like that. and it just looked bulky on the side here. So I'm gonna work this with cardboard. It's gonna take me a minute. So I'm gonna work it, basically build it all out with cardboard, and then build it out of steel. So that's what I'm gonna do. Might time lapse it. I don't know if that'll work or not, but we'll see. Probably take me an hour or so just to get the cardboard figured out on this. And once I get all that figured out, I can start cutting steel and then just fitting it all together. So that's where we're at. But so far, so good. It looks pretty good, you know, compared to the original. So yeah, it's promising. It's promising. Okay, so I got that done. I got that corner made. Here's how it turned out. So, tucked it in here, tied it in real nice, right around the tail light, right around the side. And so, yeah, I like it right here. It doesn't stick out very far. So, it tucks right around there really nice. And there's a nice approach angle on the tire here. I could have cut this all the way back into here. I did that on my previous one. I cut it from here all the way back into here, and I didn't like how the exhaust was hanging clear out here. Sure, I can cut my exhaust off and modify it, but the intent of this bumper is a bolt-on bumper set. Just bolt onto all the stock location and everything, with the intent of making kits so you can build your own bumper. So that was a little bit of work. I think my time lapse. I think my battery died halfway through my time lapse. So you get what you get. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna cut this off of here, lay it flat on the steel, and cut it out, and then I'll get it all bent up, and then I might have to cut a little bit out of here because I don't like how tight it is, the tail light, but it's pretty good. I like it. So we'll see how it all comes together in steel now. Lost a glove. There it is. Too much glue in there. We can get that to lay flat. There you go. There's your flat pattern. More or less. We can get her to work. We'll make it work. Okay. Got the piece cut out. It's missing the little thing, but I'm going to cut that one separate. So what I've done is I've scored all of the lines up here so you can see it. I've scored all the lines, all the bend lines in here. That way I can bend them. So should be able to, they're thin enough, I should just be able to take them by hand and bend them. Oh, that one's really thin. Hopefully that one doesn't break off before I need it. So get our pliers. We're gonna start bending these a little at a time and just start working it to where it fits. Set it in here. Check it. Bent that one too far. My luck, I'm gonna break it off. I hope I don't break it off. There we go. Bend it back just a little bit. Yeah. So this ear right here, too long. I gotta nip a little bit off of that one. All right. So, nipped a little bit out of that corner. Let's see if we can get it to fit in here. Down just a touch more. I'm going to start by, we're going to put a couple tack welds on that right there. Just to start getting it moved into place. This Alright, it doesn't fit. I gotta work on it. Alright, so I do a little bit of grinding, a little bit of finessing, a lot of tack welding, a little bit of hammering, and it's fit on there. Now it wraps around nice. I got the piece to put on the bottom left. Get that tacked on there and then I'll show you how it turned out. All right, let's take a look at how this thing turned out. There you got her. So we'll have to, we'll fully weld it out. But there's a couple small gaps to fill. That one's actually pretty good. Should actually have a little gap there, but it'll still weld just fine. Here, come right along there, that looks nice. It's a little bit more at the front than it is at the back. I might do a little work there. Might just knock that tack out of there and pull that in just a little bit. Then down on the underside, I got my plate in here. Adds plenty of strength to that. I've got it from this side. It'll work out really good. So I like the way this is turning out. Yeah, I think it looks good. Give you a shot from the back. There you go. So now I get to do one on the other side. So probably gonna work that tack, maybe pull that in just a little bit, and then work on the other side. So yeah, basically copy paste, you know, a lot of work, but that's what we're doing. All right, we got her all tacked together. I did the whole copy paste thing over here. So I ended up adding a plate in here just because I didn't like that something can still get caught in there, but this will give it more strength if something does. So now I gotta take it off and weld the entire thing. So that's a lot of welding and probably pretty boring. So I might just put a time lapse on and see how long it actually takes me to do it. So here we go. All right, welding's done. Welds are not the best, but that's it's all welded up. So now lots of grinding to do because I don't have to grind the welds off, but kind of want to because I like a smooth look, so it looks like it's all just one piece. You can't see any of the welds. That's how I like it to look. So yeah, overall it turned out nice. So yeah, I like the way that thing turned out. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna grind it all out and get it painted up and put it on the car, but I might throw a picture at the end of the video of that. So we'll see how it turns out. Thanks for watching.